LATD Nation, what's good? Once again, as always, we're back in the studio with another video. A little bit different because, I mean, it's about, 7 in the morning or so?
Hell yeah.
But, hey, special occasion because J. Cole's The Fall Off finally dropped last night.
Yes, sir.
After what
10
feels
years?
like, yeah, literally, since it was announced. I think he said he's been working on it since 2016. But the actual, announcement of it was, at the end of KOD back in 2018.
Right.
Because that was the intro to The Fall of 1985. Where he called out Lil Pump and predicted his future. Got everything right except for him being on Love and Hip Hop. Shit, I really don't even think Love and Hip Hop will want Pump, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think he's even good enough for that.
Yeah, no, Love and Hip Hop is really for washed up. I hate to say it, but washed up rappers like Trick Daddy, Young Jock.
You don't think Pump is washed up as a rapper? But he's a different type of washed up rapper. He didn't even really have a...
He ain't even in the bucket of soap. Like he's a sponge laying out in the sun. Like that's
no, facts. But yeah, just to get straight into it, this is our first impressions. This is our initial first reactions to it. I'm actually, truth be told, not through with the whole album. I'm halfway through. I'm on the 39, half of it. Because the album is supposed to be him at 29 and him at 39 and how his perspectives change. Coming back from wherever he's been living to his hometown of Fayetteville. First as a 29-year-old and then as a 39-year-old. So this is kind of just my first impressions. Incredible. I really think that this is his best project from what I've heard easily in the 2020s so far. But I mean, he's only had he's had two. He's had two.
Yeah, he had Off Season and then
Might Delete Later, which I was listening to the other day.
I still haven't listened to that one.
Still a pretty decent project. It's got some songs on there. Crocodile Tears.
I know what song ain't on there.
Yeah, it used to be, but we don't talk about that for real.
Yeah,
for real.
Anyway.
This is a video to celebrate Cole legacy.
Exactly. No, I agree.
Yeah.
But I'm just no, I agree. This is my first impression too. I haven't really listened to the whole thing yet either. I'm on the Blue Road song with Tim's and Future.
For sure.
So, yeah, out the gate, I can agree with you. It's incredible.
For sure. I think that this is his best display. Because the thing about Cole that...
At least so far.
The thing about Cole for me is that he has really, over this last 4 or 5 year stretch of his career, has really kind of elevated his craft lyrically. Which is already saying something because, in my opinion, he was always one of the best. I mean, he's a part of the big three for a reason. He's always been one of the best lyricists of his generation, but I think he's really mastered his craft because you have songs features like First Person Shooter or songs like The Secret Recipe with Yachty, underrated song, or even, I would say, All My Life with Dirk, where he's just been kind of rapping with a different kind of confidence, sort of versatility, flow. He really has shown why he is considered to be one of the best rappers, not just of his generation, but of all time.
Right.
And my whole thing is that I've been saying that if The Fall Off was anything like these guest verses, just one album, though, we're in for what could be considered a potential future classic. And I know we throw the word classic out a lot, but so far, I can see this being considered to be a classic, especially for the fact that this is supposed to be his last album. This is supposed to be the end all be all. It's 2 discs, so a lot of J. Cole material, a lot of content, and so far everything, to me, there's no skips.
Yeah, I agree.
To me, there's really no skips at all. I think everything that's here is intentional. Everything that's here has a message. This is some of his best wordplay. This is some of his best subject matter. Some of his best production, in my opinion, too.
I agree. My favorite aspect of it is his storytelling, really.
For sure, definitely.
But, I feel like that because that's supposed to be the whole standout, him being 29 and then him being 39. The storytelling as far as him coming back home and seeing how the world now treats him now that he's this big rapper.
Yeah.
I really love that aspect of it, especially with Safety. Is it Safety or Run a Train? Where he's homies in jail. I'm pretty sure
I think
it was
Safety.
Safety.
I think it was Safety.
So yeah, no, when it comes to Safety, that's probably my favorite song so far because of the, he's his homie is in jail, telling him what the world is like now, or maybe just not in jail per se, but telling
in
stories
a bad
about
situation, essentially.
Yeah. And he's telling Cole what's going on in his hometown, how his homies he used to hang out with ain't really the same as they used to be. You know, and it's like, and that's why it's one of my favorite songs on this album so far, because of the whole storytelling aspect of it. Like it's really in depth. He goes really in tune with Fayetteville and telling you the good sides and the bad sides. So that's what I really, really enjoyed about this album so far.
Facts, because I would say that this album so far is a love letter to his legacy, his city, his community. And obviously he's talked about Fayetteville before. That's nothing new, but I really like this perspective and how he's tackling it. He's kind of taking old subject matter and giving you a different perspective and a different side of it, because I really do like the aspect of him coming back home after he's essentially done everything that he always wanted to do, seeing how the world has sort of moved on in his city without him, and now him kind of coming back and almost feeling like a fish out of water in his own home, because it's like these are all the same people, but they see him in a different way, and he kind of sees himself the same. And I really like that aspect of it, because that's a very relatable thing, because it's like, you know, going off to college, for example, when I came home, the world felt different as far as my community and everything going on in it, because I hadn't been there in a while. So coming back home after having these experiences and having these different sort of moments away, you know, it kind of informs your view on your life in your city before and now currently, you know, coming back to it.
Right.
And that's one thing I think Cole has always done a good job of. He's, in my opinion, the most relatable of the big three. If you ask me,
easily.
He's easily the one that has the most sort of like a humanity to him. Like you can kind of really feel what he's saying. You can put yourself in Cole's shoes.
Right. Even though we ain't lived nothing what he lived, like you can still
Facts.
Like
not even close.
He requires you to have empathy.
Facts. I agree with that.
Not necessarily sympathy, but empathy. You know, put yourself in his shoes and everything, and vice versa. It's like he puts himself in our shoes too, in a way.
Facts, exactly.
And that's why I love J. Cole's music. Like, as much as I love Kendrick, I tell people all the time, don't sleep on Cole.
For sure.
Cole is easily, like, if they're running a race, Kendrick is only beating Cole by a hair for me.
Yeah.
That's how close the race is.
By
like the tip of his nose.
Yeah.
Like, because Cole has always been a top tier lyricist, a top tier rapper. He's better than some of the GOAT people consider the GOATs nowadays, in my honest opinion. Especially like and when it comes to like rapping and you compare him to Drake, there's no comparison. Cole has Drake by a mile. It's never really been.
No, I think Drake back in the day had bars. Like old Drake for sure.
I understand, but
Drake could rap.
Not like Cole. We ain't about to do this right now.
No, I think that back in the day, because
we're not doing this right now.
No, because Cole's subject matter back then was more so akin to Drake's. If you listen to older Cole's music, he was talking more about the kind of stuff Drake was talking about, like women and things like that. He was
still rapping better.
They were about the same, in my opinion. They were more closer to each other than people like to admit. If you look at Drake, Thank Me Now, like later Drake, or Thank Me Later Drake, if you look at like Nothing Was the Same era Drake, it's more close than people realize. But I think Cole definitely. Cole got him after Forest Hill Drive, though, and it's never been a comparison since as to who's the better lyricist.
Yeah, no, I agree. All jokes aside, I agree with you on.
No, because I feel like Drake just stopped trying to rap. He never evolved rapping subject matter wise. Cole has only progressed. I think Cole has progressed the most out of the three in terms of his overall lyrical ability. Because when Cole first started, he kind of had more sort of that mixture of that turn up club sort of vibe, but as he's gotten older, he's been a lot more conscious and a lot more about community and talking about things that actually matter in the world. Whereas Kendrick has always been like that. So Kendrick has only gotten better in terms of like how he executes it, and Drake has pretty much stayed the same.
Yeah, Cole is just like the best of both worlds. Now
I agree with that.
I agree because
he's like the link between the two, in my opinion.
Exactly, I agree with that. If I'll put it like this in football Legion of Boom terms, if Kendrick's Earl Thomas and Drake is Richard Sherman, then J. Cole is like Cam Chancellor.
Yeah.
Like, if y'all know football. But anyway, like, Cole, for me, another thing with Cole, too, he kind of had, like, a Andre 3000 type of transition, just without all the outfits.
Yeah.
Like how earlier in Outkast's career, Andre was on the same type of timing as Big Boy was. The differences between their styles, Andre had more of a like, he rapped more what he felt type of, and still does. Mm-hmm. But his was more still about the streets, still about pimping and getting hoes and all that in the third. And but about around ATLian, same thing with J. Cole and Forest Hill Drive. That's when that's when both of them really started like becoming more about community and more introspective and more lyrical rather than just about the same old things like Drake and Big Boy did. Not to compare Big Boy with Drake, but you get what I'm saying.
No, I feel you for sure. But that's pretty much my first impression. It's just like off of just what I've heard so far. Great project. Same. Like I said, for me so far, it's everything I've wanted it to be, maybe even a little bit more. So we'll just give y'all the full review sooner rather than later. Hopefully once we've listened to everything. But hey, that's pretty much all I got to say.
Yeah, same here. Hopefully we get DJ for it. Because DJ always been kind of iffy on Cole ever since
the beef. Yeah,
I'm like,
sure. We'll get him in.
DJ,
whole time DJ been listening to the album since last night.
Right? Yeah, DJ will do that. DJ will definitely do that
for sure.
But and that's the thing. He'll tell you that too. Like,
facts. And thing about him too is that if he listened, because I was talking to him the other day, if he listened to the Baby's album,
he'll listen to Cole's
album. We know this. If you listen to the Baby and Don Toliver, you listening to Cole, nigga.
Yeah, man.
Come on now.
I'm gonna be real. Well, we can save this for a different video, but like we could do like a versus with Don Toliver versus ASAP. Or ASAP versus Cole.
We'll figure it out. For sure,
let us know in the comments what y'all want to see. But anyway, man, I've been Jay.
This has been Rodney.
We're LATD. We got more videos coming soon. Full review coming soon.
Yes, sir.
Check us out on TikTok. We got our first impressions there as well. Look at the details 843. Put the dots in between each word.
For sure.
With that being said, God bless y'all. Look at the details. Peace.